Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown, hosted by me, the governor of college football. And with me, as always, my co-pilot, Jalen Wilson. Jalen, what's happening, Playboy? How your hand doing, man? You out the cash yet?
I actually had it on today, so.
Okay. How was it after gaming yesterday?
Oh, I didn't play yesterday at
How
all.
you did? Oh, that's right. You had, was it the day before?
Yeah, the day
You
before
tested it
that.
out? Yeah, because I
Oh, it
know
was
you
still
got
cool. It was
you got
still
a
cool.
video about to drop tomorrow, right?
Hopefully, yeah, I gotta hurry up. I gotta try to get all of it edited tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you got a game to watch while you at it, brother. So that should always make things easy or worse. Honestly, it depends on if you're a multitasker. So we got a lot to talk about
I was
today.
like, "What game is tonight?" And I was like, "Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. College football is on Thursday
Yep. So
because they scared the NFL."
it's the other way around. It's absolutely the other way around,
No, it's not. They're scared of the
dude. All
NFL,
right.
man.
So television is sports are based on television slots. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Big bank take little bank. NFL wants games on Saturdays during the playoffs. They don't want any competition on that day. Why don't you pay attention to this Saturday and see how many NBA games are this Saturday? Just pay attention to how many other sports are going on because the NFL wants to say, look at me. I promise you, this is a network thing. Big bank take little bank. The business of the shield, they don't want any they're the issue. They already got Sunday and Monday. They could do it. Well, it's difficult to do a doubleheader on Monday. I just wish so. That's why college football has to move, into these weird days because of the NFL. So, you got a rebuttal? Counter
No,
argument? All right, you good? All right.
no.
So let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about. Breaking news. This just happened probably about 45, maybe an hour and some change ago. You kind of called this one live on this show, actually, right before the transfer portal opened, if I'm not mistaken. You called DJ Lagway going to Baylor. How do you feel about that move?
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the quarterback I think they needed? I don't think so. I think he's too because Sawyer Robinson was kind of turnover prone, if I'm not mistaken, last year, right?
Well, these past 2 years, his turnover numbers were high, but when your defense is so bad, and when are they throwing these turnovers? You trying to catch up at the end of the
Yeah.
third quarter, fourth quarter? I think we got to look at when these turnovers are happening. So yes, he was the last 2 years. He did throw a high number of interceptions, and some of them absolutely on him, but some of them are just the circumstances of having to come back all the time because their defense is bonds, just like Texas Tech defense was a year ago. I'm
So
not a
you
big
go
fan
out.
of the move.
Yeah, I'm not either because you go out and you get DJ Lagway, who's also a turnover prone quarterback.
Well, DJ Lagway is worse than
Yeah.
the Sawyer Robertson. Sawyer Robertson won't 35 interceptions a game in one game, in one setting. He won't do that. He will absolutely not do that. And I'm not sure if Dave Aranda and Jake Spavital, who I'm a huge fan of, will give him the accountability that he needs. Like, nobody talked to him after he threw the first interception. But not Billy Napier, not a quarterback coach. At least it's what they seen on camera. We weren't at the game, so we don't know 100%. You always see more at the game, but like nobody talked to him after he threw first, second, third. You know what I'm saying? Fourth. It was just a debacle. I think he needed to go to a place with a little bit more accountability. I hope it works. But Baylor has lost a lot, but I can't see him working in that scheme because it's a simple scheme to grasp a concept.
Mm-hmm.
A 66 and a spread double offset is the same thing as a 66 and a spread flex, or 66 and a tight format. It's still the same thing. The same thing with a 92. It's just a mesh. You just got to know who's setting the mesh point. It's all simple, really. So if he grasps the scheme, should be comfortable. My thing is who they have at running back, because they had Bryson Washington the last 2 years. I believe he entered the portal, so I'm just wondering who's going to play running back for them. They do got
Yeah.
the kid that they had as a true freshman. Was it Knighton? Was it? I think it was Knighton. Scored a touchdown against Auburn the first game of the season. I want to say it was him. I'm actually going to cross check on our lads. I'm pretty sure that's who it was.
For some reason, I was thinking of my when you said that last name, my mind went to Miami running back
Yeah.
from like your dynasty.
Yeah, who carried in my dynasty. if we being real, but Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not a huge fan of the move, but I do believe that development can happen. He's not gonna see the same defenses, other than Texas Tech, other than Utah that that he saw in the SEC. It's just a different, completely different brand of ball. If I'm
Yeah,
being honest.
and we don't even know if those defenses be good next year.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it was Caden Knighton. I couldn't remember his first name, but it was him. So, alrighty. In other news, Sam Levitt. Is Sam Levitt and Dylan Raiola just kind of waiting for the same job at this point? Because we thought Sam Levitt might go with Will Stein to Kentucky. I don't know why the hell I was about to say Willow. He's about to go to Will Stein with Kentucky, and then we see Kenny Minchie who flipped. You want to talk about that for a second? Who flipped from Nebraska to Kentucky? How do you feel about him flipping? Do you think he'd have been in a better system with Dana Holgorsen in Nebraska, or do you think he'd be a better system where he's at in Lexington with Will Stein?
I want to say Nebraska. I feel like we're just watching Nebraska last year. Dylan Raiola was in good positions. Sometimes the offensive line wasn't there all the time, but
100%.
they really just needed somebody to come in and make consistent throws.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if he would have been able to do that in Nebraska. Kentucky, I will say though, you have more leeway to make mistakes with the fans, with the coaches. Um,
They've been more aggressive in the portal than they have been.
they have,
Maybe ever, to be honest with you.
but under Will Stein, it might be a little smart because Will Stein doesn't like to push the ball down the field a crazy ton. He likes for some reason going east to west and not north and south.
I think in many ways he protect quarterbacks. When you look at Bo Nix numbers, and then you look at Dylan Gabriel numbers, like high accuracy, not gonna take a lot of shots.
Very
that's just true to the
efficient.
system, very efficient. But in the SEC, I think he is gonna have to. You're gonna need some of those wild plays in the
Yeah,
SEC to be able to win some of those games. One that I really liked a lot, Caden Hauser to Illinois. If there was a quarterback I can handpick to be the heir apparent to Luke Altmaier for you guys, I'm sure there's other guys you would have wanted, but somebody that I think that'll really splash in Barry Lundy Jr.'s system, it would have probably been Caden Hauser. How do you like the move? I think I can tell by your expression right now you're not a huge fan of the move, so talk to me.
I mean he's cool. I know his year at Michigan State, people was like, uh, he didn't run from adversity. I think he played 2 years at Michigan State, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some Illinois podcasts to try to bring that up. I'm like, hey, that's cool. He still wasn't good there, really.
Right.
But he did improve at ACU, so maybe that's really the quarterback that he is now. Um, but I'm just like Caden Hauser. I really wanted Jaden Craig from Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we was in the running for somebody else too, and it was like just wasn't able to probably
Mm-hmm.
we probably won't have the money to, so I don't think we pursued him. I'm forgetting the quarterback, but or maybe it was a wide receiver. It was one of the two. But yeah, he's good. He's tough. I mean, he's a dual threat. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like. Well, I don't think he's like a crazy dual threat, but he can. He can get you your yards on the ground.
Right. Right.
Um,
I think he's more of a dual threat than Luke Altmaier was. Luke Altmaier showed it in games, but I think Caden Hauser is a little bit more athletic, in my opinion.
uh, I do want to see the touchdown numbers go up. I think
Mm-hmm.
he was 19-6
Mm-hmm.
last year for
Mm-hmm.
or well, this past season for the stats
Yeah.
or touchdowns interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see that more go up to like 23.
24.
And I'll also say if he's our quarterback, we're gonna need to get better weapons. We got Hank
100%.
Beatty, I think, is coming back.
Is he coming back? He's a dog.
I believe so. Hudson Clemens coming back. How you
I know
know?
you're not a huge fan of his.
Yeah, take it how you want it,
Yeah, the
but
Valentine kid, is he coming back?
who?
Valentine, the running back.
Yeah. He
He's
is
coming
coming
back.
back because he's
Yeah,
probably
he's
gonna be the
dope.
starter next season.
Okay.
And we just got a transfer. He was all CUSA?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Had like 900 yards last season, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, maybe 800 yards. But we like literally just got him probably about an hour ago.
Wow.
Alex Perry from FIU. He had 56 receptions, 840 yards, and 9 touchdowns last year.
Hopefully, man. Is he a guy that can stretch the field? I feel like that's what you all been missing.
I mean, I've been hearing people say he's supposed to be able to do that.
He's
So
supposed to be able to stretch the field. Yeah, that would be interesting to see. I like some of the moves that Arizona State has made. Um, I wanted to get your opinion on it, and getting Reed Harris from Boston College, a 50-50 guy. You know what I'm saying? A beast, especially down in the red area where you could just throw him a fade. And then they also got O Miller. We seen him pop his freshman year, the game against USC.
hmm
How do you like some of the moves that they're making? To me, I think it's further starting to show that the onus of the issues, whatever the issues were that developed between Kenny Dillingham and Sam Levitt, is probably more on Sam Levitt than it is Kenny Dillingham. If you've watched how teams have been with Sam Levitt, if that makes sense. And I've also heard a lot of rumors, but they're all allegedly, and I don't
just
like them.
rumors.
Yeah, they're just rumors.
Yeah. Um, I like those moves at wideouts to be aggressive. I feel like last year Jordan Tyson didn't get the ball enough. Um,
That's fair.
or at least some
He
games
did.
he just didn't get the ball thrown to him enough.
He did get a lot of attention as well. But
Yeah, he did. Uh, the Miller pickup was good for the most part. I don't know what his stats was looking like last season. I know I remember he had like a solid true freshman season.
yeah, he did.
Um, is he gonna be a junior?
Yeah, because he got a redshirt year as a sophomore. So
Yeah.
he missed pretty much all of his sophomore season.
And then Reed, a 50-50 guy, he can go up and get it. Red zone target.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. I mean, you get in the red zone, maybe you struggling to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw it up to Reed, maybe he'll go get it. Um,
I wonder why they been so wide receiver heavy. Because they also got Raiden Vise Bright from Washington. We know they got the kid Cutter Boley from Kentucky, which was pretty much what it looked like at first going to be a trade between Kentucky and Arizona State. I'm starting to get worried for Sam Levitt a little bit. Am I jumping the gun here? Because I think there might be some reevaluations that need to happen because I assumed he's going to be one of the biggest targets out there. Um, hasn't gotten picked up yet. May have to settle at a school that he think he didn't have to settle in. Do you think his team might say, "Hey, this isn't a deep quarterback, thing here for the NFL draft. Let's go put the work in, and hopefully he can get drafted, day two." You think that's a possibility? I think he needs another year in college, but
yeah, I
is
think
that
he
a
does
possibility?
too. I
Okay,
also think it would be a bad move if he does, like, because
okay.
his
Squid 10 toes. What's happening?
if he entered the draft, what would his stock be right now? Day three?
It'll be day three. It'll be day three or late day two. But work can be done.
hmm He can have
work
a
can
good
be done.
combine, jump up,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
interview,
Cause
jump up.
I think he's pretty athletic. Yeah, it's just like something wasn't all the way there this year. And some of the games, like he had some abysmal games, like that Mississippi State, that first half. I mean, you talking about bad quarterback games? He picked it up a little bit in the second half, but that first half he struggled. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of interested to see everything that happened with them. I got one last question about the portal before we get into the meat and potatoes of this
Oh,
segment
go
here.
ahead.
Um, Raleek Brown, we know he went to Texas, and we know Texas also lost two running backs in C.J. Baxter and Trey Wisner. Do you think Raleek Brown is an upgrade over either of those running backs, or both? Is he better than both of those running backs? I guess we can only base it on this past season.
I wasn't too impressed by Texas running game this just this past season.
That's true.
But I don't know if that was the running backs or I don't know if that was the offensive line.
Hmm.
Because the offensive line also didn't help out Arch Manning.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna say he's not an upgrade from either one,
Hmm.
but I could see an argument maybe for Wisner.
Right.
I don't know, I'm more of a Baxter fan than
Hmm.
Wisner, but that's just me. But I don't think he's an upgrade. I don't know. I feel like you look at the running back production last year for Texas, and I think it was a product of the bad offensive line more than
Yeah,
because if I'm not
it
mistaken, what
was.
the year before,
They had an
yeah,
elite offensive
they
line,
were good.
and then Trey Wisner easily cleared a hundred a K, 1K, not 100K. I shouldn't have said those back to back like that. But yeah, he looked effective. I had him as my top. I think we both had him in our top five running backs heading into the year, and it just didn't matriculate for whatever reason. So I don't know. I have some questions. I hope C.J. Baxter does end up in Lexington. To help out Minchie, I think he'll be a great type of running back in a Will Stein system. Um, let's talk about my dog Cam Coleman. Did you see the video? I think he was at Tech on a visit, and
I did not.
all of their trophies were like from swimming. He's like, damn, the entire trophy case is from swimming. Like where the football stuff at? Like that joint was
But he was at
hilarious.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, I believe he was at Texas
Oh,
Tech.
that's
He
why they
said that.
posted that Michael Crabtree video earlier.
Yeah, is it? Oh wow,
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
yeah. They posted a Michael Crabtree video and they on Twitter, and I think the thumbnail, not thumbnail, the caption said
What?
like two-time Blitnikoff winner. I'm like, cool. It's somebody was like, just not recruiting any wide receiver today. Like
Yeah, yeah. So I'm interested
that
to see
was
where
19
Cam
years ago.
Coleman goes. I know USC canceled his visit, or he canceled his visit to USC. So I'm not sure where he's going, honestly. But he's been in the portal longer than I think he has been as well. But let's move on. We got two outstanding games. One is actually tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is the Fiesta Bowl. And Ole Miss, Miami. There's a lot to unpack here. What's the current temperature? I'm not going to even ask that because it's a cool 80, 85, 90 in both of these. But what impressed you most about Miami's victory over Ohio State?
The defense, they dominated.
Mm-hmm.
The defensive line
On
dominated.
all three levels. Yep.
Yeah, Patricia was over here talking about. I forget who asked him the question. Like, they asked him like, what's he gonna like change up something or do some stuff different? And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, y'all just going to have to wait and see. Like,
Mm-hmm. That's the NFL answer. That's a product of somebody that comes from a Bill Belichick system.
yeah, I'm like,
It's like a
I didn't see anything different. I didn't like the defense didn't play bad. I mean, good, but they gave it what 17 points, right?
mm-hmm. They
Um,
yeah, because we know Keontae Scott got the
the pick six,
interception.
yeah,
But to me, they just came out like the team that was supposed to be favored. Oh, they're mighty Ohio State. They just won a championship a season ago, and they just lost in their conference championship. They're going to be ready to roll. But Miami is the one that came out with that aggressiveness, and it truly impressed me.
yeah. I mean, like the whole domination, like they controlled the whole game. Because I had to rewatch it because I was not at home during that
You're a
day.
social butterfly, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
You outside.
yeah, I had to rewatch it and everything. But just rewatching it, you can just see like Miami was just a step ahead. It felt like
hmm
every quarter.
I feel like when we look at Miami, it's always about Ruben Bain and then what they can do on the back end, right? They can force turnovers because of that front four. Akeem
Hmm.
Mesidor does not get enough credit. I think his stock is about to, he's a guy we talked to at ACC Media Days, and he kind of predicted a lot of what, you know what I'm saying, is happening this year. So I'm excited to see where his stock goes, but he impresses me. And Nino asked an outstanding question the other day. He was like, hey, is Mesidor, like, legit? Or is he a product off of what Ruben Bain does and the looks that Ruben Bain gets? And I
I mean,
mean,
Bane being on the other side helps, but
yeah, it helps 100%. But Mesidor's eating though. Like,
yeah,
make no mistake about it. So I like both of
he
these
got to do his
teams.
part too. So
Yeah, he does. He does. The sacks aren't free. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You got to earn it. All right, we got a comment in here. They look forward to the fight. OSU said, "Oh, it's a fight." So what's up, ready? Because it's coming 100%. So let's move over to the Ole Miss side of things. We saw them in a game against Georgia, down at halftime. Halftime, I kind of thought to myself, this was a time they would need Lane Kiffin to kind of motivate them and get them ready. And it wasn't that they played
nah,
terrible
I
in the
don't need
first
Lane.
half. It was the amount of missed tackles. Like they're at the point of attack. it's a play to be made, but like Zachariah Branch, like they had like 3 plays. Georgia threw the ball either at the line of scrimmage or slightly behind the line of scrimmage, and they got like 7 or more. Like let's say the yardage to go is like 8 or 7 or 8 yards, and it ended up with like 10 or 12 yards on a play that should have been made right there at the point of attack. What impressed you most about this Ole Miss team and that game against Georgia, and your faith in Pete Golding? I know you're not a Pete Golding guy by trade. I'm with you there as a defensive coordinator. But hell, he's made some small changes, but I think over time, I think people are starting to buy in. So talk to me about both of those.
What impressed me the most was the resiliency. They were down. Was it 21
Was
to
it 11?
7?
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been 11 or 12.
Yeah, they were down. They were down a good amount, and they came back. What, third quarter, fourth quarter?
Yep.
That last drive really impressed me.
Hunter
Uh,
Stockton looked good as well.
he did. He did. He played arguably like his best game, and they
I'm with you.
lost.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like, but Ole Miss, like, really, like, the resiliency. They was able to get down, and they were able to fight back, find some way to win, put on clutch drives. Um, you did.
Nah, he did. Giovanni
Yeah, he
said
did.
he called both of those games. He called the Texas A&M game, and he called this game. Luckily, this time we was on the right side of things. You're like, we gonna go with Miami. We went with Miami over Ohio State as well.
Oh, I went with Miami over Texas A&M too.
You did, and Jalen did go with Miami over Texas A&M as well. I did not.
Um, but yeah, P. Golden as a head coach, he doesn't look too terrible.
Uh huh.
Now I don't know how it would be next season
Right.
because it's not looking like you're going to have Chambliss. You're going to have Kwan Lacey,
Yeah,
but Trinity,
that was a huge retaining right
yeah,
there.
but Chambliss hasn't got cleared if I'm not mistaken, right?
He hasn't, but to me, I think that's a blessing in disguise. I think he needs to go.
And
Imagine if he lights
honestly,
it
I
up
don't
against
think
his defense
he.
tonight. He needs to go to pro. He need to go to pros, man.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he should get another waiver. I mean, he
Why
played.
shouldn't he?
He played 5 years, didn't he? He already got a redshirt year.
He okay. So one of those years don't count as he'll be heading into a 6 year.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one year he didn't completely play at all, and I think another year was he just was red shirt because he wasn't ready to go. So you know how you get a red shirt and a medical red shirt? They're like two
Hmm.
different entities. He's trying to get the
Yeah.
medical red shirt, so he sent over what was it, like 30 or 300 pages of notes from doctors and stuff. I don't think. While it'll be dope to see him come back in Oxford, I think he might be the overwhelming favorite to win the Heisman next year. In my opinion, if he does come back to Ole Miss, the only thing is Charlie Weiss Jr. Is he staying? Is he going? I'm not sure. That's been crazy within his own. But Trinidad Chambliss, if he says, you know what, F it, I'm going to go pro. What do you think his grade is? Like what round? FSU fan here, seen it since UM's different. You win. Will be a great game. Wow,
Um.
he's got Miami winning as well.
Okay. Uh. If he was to enter tomorrow,
Hmm.
I would say he has a day 3 grade, early day
He has a
three.
he has a day 3, early day 3. I think you're correct. After this playoff performance, he could push that up, but then he gets to go to either East West Shrine game or Senior Bowl, and I think
Hmm.
that's when people see him actually have to call out a cadence. This isn't the snap count. See him under center and see the type of leader and the type of poise that he has. I think Senior Bowl can get him to like a. Brian Bosard said something that was so profound to me, and I want to share it with you. He said he thinks only 3 quarterbacks go in the first 3 rounds. I agree with that,
So
Giovanni. He's better than Ty Simpson to me. Yeah, I agree with that.
he is. So it's gonna be Mendoza, Ty Simpson, and who's the
I
third
think it.
quarterback?
I think they're betting on Dante Moore
Okay.
if he goes. Yeah, if Dante Moore goes, he's going to get drafted highly. Just because of his poise, I think he showed more athleticism than people thought he had. Remember his grandma ripped off, like went
Yeah,
on
Richard
Chip
Kelly.
Kelly his first year at
Hmm.
UCLA. So that was pretty dope. So we kind of talked about what we like for both sides. So give me some keys to victory for Miami in this game.
He's up here for Miami.
Yeah,
Uh,
breathe,
you're gonna have to consistently play defense.
keep oxygen on the side. My bad. Go
Uh,
ahead, bro.
um, No, you good. Against the Ole Miss offense, very fast paced. Um, you're not gonna get lots of breathers.
Mm-hmm.
So, get off the field quick,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and play sound defense throughout the whole drive. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because one play you can get killed. One play they can just score a touchdown. So
Mm-hmm.
another key is Carson Beck. Carson Beck
Mm-hmm.
has to play tonight because Trinidad Chambers he gonna show up. Ole Miss
He
offense is
is.
gonna show up. Will Miami defense show up? More than likely. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Oh
also
my God, I love those keys.
like Carson Beck is gonna have to make some throws tonight. He's
Oh,
gonna
he's
have to
gonna have to
perform
make some big
tonight.
game throws.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's gonna have to perform.
Because he's a guy that can
Um,
also improve his draft stock. I
he
think
is.
you'll find teams that believe in him. Because he's shown some resiliency this year at Miami. So uh, I, I I think somebody will get a good late round get. Like, look what Quinn Ewers at Miami. I hate to bring up the NFL, but he was a seventh rounder. He's got to play 2 or 3 games. Brady Cook, was he UDFA or was he drafted? He played like 2 or 3 games this season. So
Ooh,
there's
I do not know.
opportunities out there. Especially you get drafted to a bad team and they're sick of their quarterback. Yeah, you're gonna get opportunities to play. And Quinn Ewers, I don't think it was his last game. I think it was a Week 17 game. Had a couple tutties, almost threw for like 300 yards.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he had like two
yeah,
touchdowns, three touchdowns, or something
there's
like that.
opportunities there. And
Um,
Carson Beck has grown on me a lot. 'Cause you remember I couldn't stand bro at all.
he
Like it used to piss me off that people really thought Brady was better than Stetson Bennett. As a quarterback, he is. You know what I'm saying? But when I say better, I mean like can he go win more games than Stetson Bennett?
hmm
Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and I mean, what we say, stop at Kawan Lacey, that will be a
Yeah,
big key.
huge key. Yep.
But I feel like their defense is so good that I don't really have to worry too much about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like just protect the ball. You look at that Louisville game, they didn't protect the ball really well.
Mm-mm.
You
SMU
look at
same
the
thing.
SMU game, if I'm not mistaken, they had like two turnovers
Key,
at SMU
key.
game.
Yes, 2 turnovers. One of them was key in overtime.
Um, yeah, just like protecting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, time of possession.
Mm-hmm.
Time of possession.
I think
Um,
that'll be key.
yeah.
I agree with you. So talk to me about the Ole Miss side. I have nothing to add for the Miami side. I believe you and Giovanni hit them all. Ole Miss is a different type of animal. I'm going to caution everybody. Uh, they're not as well rounded as Ohio State. Maybe not even as well rounded as Texas A&M. But the tempo that they play at, people don't understand it till they on the field with them. Do you have to call some base vanilla defenses because they're going so damn fast? You think we'll see some fake injuries in this game? The old Brett Bielema.
I don't know. I do not know. I know what this needs to
Hey,
do.
what's happening? Young and Sun Sports. My apologies, Jalen.
I know you
It
good.
is Ole
Ole Miss
Miss and
Miami.
Miami who plays tonight. Yep, at 7:30
Um,
p.m.
Eastern time,
Eastern time. Yep,
right?
I'm glad you said that. Yep.
Um, yeah. What Ole Miss needs to do is really they can't get down. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this Miami defense is better than Georgia's defense. This is gonna be the best defense they arguably played all season. Like
100% of this. Because Georgia
Georgia,
defense ain't the Georgia defense we're
yeah,
used to. 100% it isn't.
they just have a stigma with them because in the past they've been really good, but
They just developed great pipelines, but now with the transfer portal,
hmm
they'd be like 2, 3 deep at a position. Like, where this guy come from? Oh yeah, he was there last year. He just developed. Like,
yeah. Yeah, you can't get down. I
100%
believe it was
Giovanni.
10 points. The
Mm-hmm.
tempo can hurt. You can help at the same time. Yeah. Um, you're gonna have to sustain some long drives because I don't know if you're gonna get big plays against this Miami defense.
You, you're right. Miami don't give up a lot of big plays. The only way they get big plays is confusion and fatigue.
hmm
If that sets in and you're running a lot of vanilla defenses, can they be exotic in their looks? I don't think I've seen a team that played Ole Miss this year that's been able to be exotic in their looks. That's my only fear because they don't really allow you to huddle
Yeah,
up and
because you
make
can't
those
change the
changes. You
personnel.
can't change your personnel, so you almost gotta stay in nickel the entire game.
I mean, it's tough. it's like it's tough when you play a team with tempo like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, if they sub, you can sub, but at the same time, it's like it's different. The offense has the
Mm-hmm.
advantage in that situation though.
Right. Because their 10 personnel look, I'm sorry, that 12 personnel look, I mean,
What you can do is pull a Bielema,
yeah,
have the
you can't
guys
pull a Bielema.
jog
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, you can't. You 100%. Boy, Shane Beamer wanted to fight him. I don't think he really wanted to smoke with Bielema though.
uh, yeah, you can always do that. Um, but yeah, and like you just got to connect on big plays too. That's one thing I feel like Ohio State did. Some in the second half, you saw some of it in third quarter, a little bit in the fourth
Mm-hmm.
quarter. Um, but you got to do it consistently. I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
quarterback like Julian Sain wasn't able to do that. I feel like with that offensive line, it wasn't able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think Scott Jacoby Thomas will be ready.
Yeah, Keontae
Yeah,
Scott is real deal.
yeah. I'm excited for this game now.
Mm-hmm. You know what time it is, man. We got some pressure in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Who you got with this game?
I got Miami.
You got Miami. Why you got Miami? You three straight games you done went with Miami.
They're just a better team defensively.
Yeah.
They're more well rounded. Offensively, they're not as well rounded as Ole Miss, but I think their offense will be just fine against this Ole Miss defense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, hey, if Ole Miss win, Pete Golden all time is a better Ole Miss head coach than Lane Kiffin.
It'll be hard to argue that. I'm gonna take you back to 2010. In 2010, this magical thing happened in 2010, right? There was this kid who 14 months prior to 2010, we talking about fall camp 2010, to 14 months prior to that was in Gainesville, right?
Oh yeah,
Something
okay.
happened with a laptop or something got stolen that probably shouldn't got stolen, and then remember you had your red shirt year back then,
Hmm.
but Urban Meyer told this kid by the name of Cam Newton that hey, you can't go to any of these schools. He gave him a long list, mostly SEC schools, other schools. So Cam Newton had to go the JUCO route in order to play that year. The kid went the JUCO route, won a national championship. Boom, go up at Auburn. Who expected Auburn to be as legit as they were that year? And he ended up winning it all that year. I think the story is similar, very different. It's different going to JUCO by force, even though you were heavily recruited out of high school, than
Hmm.
not being heavily recruited out of high school, going to Ferris State, and then moving up to play this. This is supposed to be Austin Simmons' year. This is how great this story has been for Trinidad Shamblers. This is supposed to be Austin Simmons' year. Austin Simmons get hurt. We know the unwritten rule, but even us on the show was like, yo, this kid Shamblers is kind of better than Austin Simmons. I think this is the making of what we seen, and history repeats itself. I think it's the making of what we seen back in 2010. I think we see it this year with Ole Miss. A game like the game that they had against Big Bad Georgia, a team that they lost to in the regular season in Athens, being down, being resilient, coming back, those deep water games that I talk about all the time. I think Ole Miss wins this one. I hate to go against Miami again. I went against them, in the opening round, was wrong. Went with them, was right. But, yeah, I got to go with Ole Miss. I think that tempo is crazy. And I think they're going to put up points in bunches. I think the difference between Ohio State and Texas A&M, you don't really see them put up points in bunches the way that this team can. And what Ohio State, when you did see it, their defense was assisting in some of those points. But this team will score points in bunches. And if it becomes a shootout, even though Miami defense is stout, bend don't break defense, in a shootout, I trust Ole Miss.
Yeah, Miami by 10.
Miami by 10, Ole Miss by 10, brother. Somebody gonna be wrong. Somebody gonna be wrong. Giovanni about to cuss me out, bro. That's Cinderella story coming to it. You said Shamblers puts the ball in the air a lot. He will get it intercepted against twice. The kid's only thrown 3 interceptions all season. Kid don't turn the ball over. So that's what I got. So let's talk about this next game. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday. We got Oregon, Indiana 2 in the Peach Bowl. It's crazy. When I seen the playoff bracket immediately, who did I say won it all?
Was it Oregon?
It was Oregon. It was absolutely Oregon, right? And it was still Oregon. We was cruising. I still feel good about Oregon today.
I
It's
do
just my
not.
belief
I
in
do
Ole
not.
Miss is so high. It's crazy. And so talk to me about Oregon. Talk to me how you feel. How you felt after the Texas Tech game. In your opinion, did they clean up some stuff? We saw the second half debacle defensively for Oregon against JMU. So talk to me how you feel after the Texas Tech game. Should there be some things to worry about offensively for Oregon?
I think so. I mean, you look at they had 13 points.
That's a bar. They say Julian saying don't turn the ball over and look what happened. That's a bar. Yes.
Well, Katie, I would have responded to the Cinderella story by on January 1st, the clock struck 12, and the year changed, and he still won. So really ain't nothing Cinderella about a story.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, Oregon offense wise, I wasn't impressed. I was like, 13 points until I think it was what they scored like a late touchdown or something like that when they really kind of didn't need to.
Yeah.
But or maybe it's like a late.
It was sending a message. That's all it was.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm like, offensively, I already wasn't impressed weeks before. I'm still not impressed. Defensively though, hey, they completely blasted Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Like their defense controlled that whole game.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like there's been some good defense in the playoffs. Their defense. This gonna be a matchup.
Yeah, this is a heavyweight bout. Thinking about the last game is, remember guys, Ole Miss played both Tulane and Georgia in the regular season. Okay, I love this quote by Giovanni. He said, "Remember that Ole Miss played Tulane and Georgia in the regular season, so they already had an idea of how these teams were playing. And the playoffs, 100%. They had plenty of intel. They knew how to prepare for them. Miami would be a different monster. I give you that." This Oregon and Indiana game, when I think about their first game, to me, Oregon controlled the game the first three quarters, in my opinion. And then the Cignetti effect happened in the fourth quarter, and Indiana kind of took over the ball game. So how do you think these teams match up? Because Indiana has gotten better since that game. That's the scary part.
And I don't feel like Oregon has been crazy. Like I feel like they improved, but I don't feel like it's like crazy.
They could have lost to Iowa. Probably should have lost to Iowa. I don't know.
I mean, these teams match up really well. I know Oregon is going to be out of Jordan Davison. That's going to be really a big blow. I think they only have 2 healthy running backs, if I'm not mistaken.
The injuries. Imagine if they fully healthy. Imagine if Evan Stewart is out there for Oregon. How crazy would that be?
Yeah. I mean, the wide receivers are okay. I feel like they don't have like a big – they lack that go-to guy, I feel like, on the outside.
Yeah. They do.
So if I'm D'Angelo Pons, I'm thinking I can feel they covering whoever.
Right.
Defensive line, offensive line. I feel like Indiana wins that defensive line versus offensive line battle.
Yeah, they definitely won the war of attrition. And Roman Hemby, did you see what he did today or yesterday?
Mm-mm.
He iced out the offensive line. I expect a big day from Roman Hemby, bro. They chained up, bro. I expect a big day from Roman Hemby. Why you got a stale face, bro?
Oh no, that don't even.
Hey, that don't matter to you?
Nah, because your bro is off his line stuff and they still out 10 sacks a game.
I mean, hey, man, if you already a good unit and somebody gets you some jewelry, man, I feel like, hey, man, I'm going to go and block a little bit better for this one, man.
Yeah, no. And is it Indiana's like average age like 23 or something like that?
They're older team. They're a portal team, but it should be older, brother.
Yeah, them niggas just got hella grown men on their team. Like, but we trying to read a super
Yes, that's correct. He said if Miami wins this game versus Ole Miss, they're essentially at home for the Natty, and it's a party in the 305 for sure.
Do they really got home games anymore though? I don't know. I feel like they home game, they home crowd kind of weak because the
It does.
campus and everything.
It does, but they don't have a stadium on campus
Yeah.
because they play at the Dolphin Stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
They play at Paul's Rock, right?
Paul's Rock?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul's Rock. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, bro. Hey man, too immature, bro.
No, but yeah. So it will be a home game. But yeah, these teams match up really well. I feel like Indiana matches up better with Oregon than Oregon does with Indiana.
So what would you say is the better game? The more desirable game. You think this game is the better
This
game?
game, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Two
So
really stout defensive teams. One questionable offense versus one good offense. But we know the questionable offense sometimes can have some good games and they can put up some points.
So I got a question for you. So I'm the only reason I'm going with Oregon because I picked Oregon to win, right?
Oh, you talking about college basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't worried about y'all.
What's that got the all-time assist record, didn't he?
Who?
The kid that's been in no, that's Purdue. I'm bugging, B. I'm bugging.
Yeah, you
Smith,
thinking
right?
Braden Smith. Yeah.
Braden Smith.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna like a Sturts this weekend. We ain't too worried about him. Y'all after that, y'all done. We ain't worried about Iowa.
So I do have a question for you. You got Indiana on this game. I got Oregon on this game. I think Indiana is the better team, but I picked Oregon once I seen the bracket, so I'm gonna stick with that. Even though if they play Ole Miss in championship, I ain't sticking with that. So I do got a question.
It's so backwards. What the hell?
I know it's okay. You told me I was also backwards with my Oregon pick over Texas Tech, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like if you go choose Oregon this game, you might choose Oregon. You might just
I might as well ride. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. LOL won't be weak on January 19th. Oregon by 10. D now says. Wow, 10 plus, brother. So I do got a question for you. If Miami does beat Ole Miss, that means the ACC versus Big Ten, matchup for the championship. 3 years in a row that the SEC has not played in the national championship. If you are Greg Sankey, what changes do you think need to be made? Because he might have actually given them a tougher gauntlet with adding that 9th game, then that 10th non-power game. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that 10th Power 4 game to their schedule because it seemed like when some of these SEC teams get to this, they're so beat up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they got to go against some dogs each and every week. And we even seen it during the bowl season. So
I don't like that. Is it, man, you sound like a Big Ten basketball fan. They be like, oh, well, why Big Ten basketball can't get far in the tournament? Because they beat each other up. No. Just because they good, but it's like, they just choke at the end. I don't know.
But yeah, if you Greg Sankey, are you having a heart to heart with yourself or like you know what I'm saying? What's next? Because we got this
Georgia, get better. Alabama, fire the board, get better.
Ole Miss,
get weapons.
Yeah.
Ryan Williams, go across the middle.
100%.
Ole Miss, hey, y'all doing good. Go find a defense.
That starts with your head coach.
If
because they placed 5 teams in the bracket, didn't they? Texas
Alabama,
A&M,
Georgia, Texas A&M,
Oklahoma,
Ole
Miss.
Yeah, 5 teams, yeah.
5 teams, you don't get one of them in the dance?
Hey, Oklahoma, actually go out and win a college football playoff game for once. Because you haven't done that. You like 0-6. Like, I don't know. Like,
that's funny, bro.
I mean, I don't know what Greg Sankey can do. It's tough. I mean, we'll add more teams. I hope the SEC the whole SEC get in.
Because if Miami gets in, Miami wins, it'll break up the streak. But if Big Ten wins again, that's 3 straight years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, we're going to have to start saying the Big Ten is better than the SEC. Even though D now been saying it for a while now. But, like, at what point will the masses say it? And the people who watch football down south, when will they start saying it?
Never.
They'll never say it?
Never.
Because the gauntlet is rough. I'll give you that. But if Big Ten find a way to win 3 straight championships, but what could Miami do for the ACC? Because a lot of people don't respect the ACC, but Miami winning a national championship, putting the U back on the map, and winning the national championship for the ACC. But you know how frustrated I was with the ACC, bro. I agree Miami should have gotten over Notre Dame. They won head-to-head. But I'm like, yo, nobody in the ACC deserves to be in a playoff, bro. Like, I was that pissed off with the conference, bro. That could be huge for the ACC. So, your national championship is who?
Indiana versus Miami.
And who's your early favorite?
Indiana.
You been with Miami the whole time.
Indiana.
Dang. Just got news from my dog D now that Damon Williams Jr. was dropped by his agent.
What?
All right. So, what is an agent?
Something.
What is an agent job? It's to make you money, right?
Yeah.
The agent did his job. And he said, nah, I'm going to the portal. I'd be like, nah, bro. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, because, it's a dicey situation. But until they do something about withdrawals, it's really nothing that matter. Let's talk a little bit about the video that we, fingers crossed, you have dropped tomorrow. Talk to us a little bit about it. And,
it's just BCS versus CFP, seeing what rankings are better, So I'm going through
which one you with? Watch the video.
I'm
a BCS guy. I'm a BCS guy by trade.
I haven't came to the conclusion yet. I'm thinking I'm leaning CFP.
What? Okay. What if BCS had a playoff?
It would be a lot better.
Every year. And
it would be a lot better.
Remember, the bowl tie-ins messed up a lot of things. Like in '97, like it should have been Nebraska versus Michigan, and I think Nebraska would have thrashed Michigan the year that Charles Woodson won the Heisman. But goddamn, Nebraska played Tennessee, beat the hell out of them, and Michigan played Washington State, bro, in a Rose Bowl, and they beat the hell out of them. So like, I don't know. Like I think if you had a playoff in the BCS era, they'd have got it right more times than the 4-team era or the 12-team era, in my opinion.
Because right now I got flaws, controversies.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do pros too, because there are pros to I feel like each system.
Yeah, 100%.
Then I kind of wanted to mention like key bowl games that happened in the college football playoff rankings and BCS rankings.
You gonna mention the BCS busters, like Auburn? What was that, 2003 or 2004? Utah, was like a BCS buster as well. Like teams like. Remember the computers? The reason they went away.
Are you talking about Auburn undefeated and didn't get in?
Yeah. Utah did the same thing.
Yeah, that falls under controversies because it's like Auburn undefeated SEC.
I'm excited to watch it.
Didn't get in.
I'm actually gonna watch it on a big screen, bro.
So I gotta go through the controversies of both teams. I mean both rankings. Now we'll go through the pros because there are pros to both of them. Then I want to go to like the key bowl games. Whether that's national title games, whether that's just regular BCS bowl and college football playoff bowls, like the Rose Bowl, Utah versus Ohio State, and then you got like the Rose Bowl of what was a great Rose Bowl?
Rose Bowl?
That wasn't USC Texas during the BCS era.
During the BCS era,
TC Wisconsin was good, right? That was like I remember watching it. Yeah,
because I thought that the Rose Bowl back then was automatic. Was it the national? Because I thought the Rose Bowl back then was automatic to the Big Ten winner versus the Pac-12 winner. I thought it was an automatic tie-in.
But TCU made it in because the Oregon made it to the national championship. I think that year.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
That was Andy Dalton's year, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Wisconsin had Monty Ball running the ball.
Wow, Monty Ball was tough.
I'm
excited for this one, brother. I was going to say if you wasn't in such a time crunch that you should do a poll with like some people in the media. You know what I'm saying? I can even get you help reaching out to it. But I was like, you're so strapped for time. It'll be difficult to do. But You getting on 2K tonight? That's my last question. Possibly.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, I know you're gonna be. Yeah.
I mean, if we get 5,
That's always a question, right? Yeah. And if any of y'all play 2K and y'all play program and y'all won't run against us, we gonna cook you. Just let us know. Hoosiers roll. 27 to 17, Oregon, man. We truly appreciate you guys coming in here, commenting. Everybody from Giovanni Foster to Young and Son Sports to my dog NSPR. The number after that, D Now, of course. Everybody who always come, even Brian. Brian didn't make this episode. Squinted Toes was in here as well. We love for our show to get interrupted, and we love to talk to you guys. And this platform is growing so much, and that's all because of you all. So as I always like to say, there's no more victories in a sport that survive in advance. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. Until next time, you all take care. We're going to get an Ole Miss and Oregon national championship. I'm out of here.
Talking about CFP 26.